Hi everyone, my name is Ash.
Sable.
I'm Joe Garland.
Jay Atkinson.
My name is Allie.
Mark or Mayday, as the artist name.
Hey everyone, this episode will be a little bit different. It will consist of interviews from a few of the people who attended the ShaoCon event here in the cab. It was a mixture of content creators, marketers, and artists. Hope you enjoy.
At DragonCon,
William
what's his
Shatner.
Chekhov was there. No.
Oh, Sulu.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, Chekhov. Chekhov was there, and I did meet Sulu. I have an autograph from Sulu. And I think that's it in terms of the TOS.
See, she knows these people. What's wrong?
Star Trek is for everybody, though. You know?
Well, it's gonna be a mandatory thing for them
Oh, yes.
to watch the original generation.
The next generation, yep. Okay.
No, not next, original.
Oh, TOS, okay.
Because in about 3 weeks, I'm going to Ticonderoga, New York, and have dinner with William Shatner.
Well, that's
now,
incredible.
when I say that, it's going to be 20 other people.
Right. No, but that's incredible.
But they have like a exact replica of the Enterprise.
No way.
So you literally have the bridge.
Yeah.
And he's going to do a captain's talk on the bridge.
No way.
You have the Energizer, the transporter room.
Well, how did you get this? Lucky.
You have to pay $1,500.
Oh, well, but you know, it's probably going to charity, right?
No, it's going to him.
Oh,
I'd
it's
say.
going to okay.
But the part of it is, he's like 92.
I know, yeah.
And so you get
It's
to
now
have
or never.
dinner with him.
Yeah.
And then you get to have a bridge talk with him.
Yeah.
And like 25 people.
Wow.
And then you get to have a personal tour of the Enterprise with him.
Wow.
And then you get autographs and all that other stuff.
That's pretty cool.
But the ship is phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, they even got down to detail where one of the shows, you watch the show Pretty Good?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
well, there's one time where Kirk is good and bad.
Yes.
So the bad Kirk got scratched, and he was in his little cosmetic area, and there's a little soap thing that the owner bought because the TV show had one with a little niche in it.
Yeah.
So he went out and bought one and put the niche in so he'd be exact to the show.
That is amazing.
Very cool.
Yeah, very, very cool. All right, sorry.
Oh, so we're doing one of those. We're not really starting big. So it's Ash, right?
Yes, Ash.
So Ash, tell us about yourself.
Hi everyone, my name is Ash. I stream on twitch.tv/Ash Said Hi. I am a content creator, entertainer, and host. And I also am one of 2 leaders for the Twitch Women's Guild. And I am also a Twitch ambassador. And I love streaming retro games. And my channel is like super wholesome, and I kind of try to give the vibe of like Mr. Rogers, but for adults, and it's very cozy and fun, but also a little chaotic because I'm very silly, but I love making jokes, I love making people laugh, and I love what I do on Twitch.
Well, tell us about your content creation. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, so I started in March of 2019. And I just started streaming 3 days a week, 3 hours a day. So it was really like, super part-time and just really fun. And eventually I looked for other people who were playing retro games, similar games to me. And I found my community. And I met people playing like things like Commodore Amiga or DOS games or NES, Super Nintendo, PlayStation 1 games. And we built a community, and over time, I became a Twitch partner, and then I started making some money doing what I was doing, and then I started realizing, hey, I'm making more money than I did when I was working like an office job. So I think I'm gonna stick to doing this, and that's kind of why I stuck with it. And especially when I became Twitch ambassador, like I started to get to host more and get sponsored broadcast opportunities and traveling and doing things like this. So that's why I really love doing it, because it gives me like an autonomy to be able to travel and, play games that I love and have fun and meet people.
So tell us what's your favorite thing or the best story you got from what you've been doing?
Oh my gosh, there's so many. I think the most important thing is the impact that I make on people, and show them that people like me, like women in games, people of color, like they belong in this space. So most recently, I'll tell you about the most recent story is I went to TwitchCon, which is a show in San Diego. It's a trade show for other people to learn, broadcasting and, hone their skills in that, and specifically for people who stream on Twitch. And there was a person who attended one of my talks in 2022, and they said that they applied everything that they had learned that I had shared with them, and then was now attending the show as a partnered broadcaster. So that means that they became verified and they are now seeing another level of success because of the things that I shared with them. So that is what I do it for, to make an impact on people and connect with people on a human level.
Now, do you use Discord?
I do use Discord,
Now,
yes.
I know very little about it. Isn't it a way to connect with people?
It absolutely is. And when I first started using Discord, I felt the same way. I was very lost. I was like, how do I do this? What's a channel? What's a thread? And that's the thing with these tools. They evolve quickly over time based on feedback that we're always giving them and things like that. So, or like user base growing. And when I first started using Discord, it was before it got bought out. And I'm pretty sure, please someone correct me if I'm wrong, did it get bought out by Microsoft? It might have. But yeah, the tool evolved over time. So it is a way to grow your community, talk with people, connect, and you can even stream into Discord. Like you can play games in Discord, you can watch YouTube in Discord. So it's a really good way to get to know people.
So it's kind of like a more advanced version of Facebook or Instagram or a TikTok.
I would say it's like an advanced version of like chat rooms.
Okay.
So like you can create rooms where you chat. You can make them themed. You can, separate them by topic. And you basically are giving people a space to connect with each other. So less like a social media because you're not getting a feed, more like you're in a room where you can all chat and hang out together.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me, you're not in an outfit.
I am not cosplaying, that's true.
Okay, cosplay.
Yeah.
Are you going to be cosplaying?
I will not be cosplaying. I typically don't when I come to conventions because usually I come to either work or speak on a panel. And cosplaying is fun. I love it. Don't get me wrong. And there's a really rich culture behind cosplaying. But like sometimes you want to do a cosplay and it's not very comfortable to wear, or pieces will fall off, or, but if I were to ever cosplay, I think I would cosplay a character from one of my favorite games, The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, named
Okay,
Urbosa.
that's where your
Yeah, my bag, my shirt, everything is from The Legend of Zelda. It's one of my favorite game franchises. But I feel like cosplayers, they do a lot of their work on their own, like they craft a lot of their own work. And it's very time consuming. So I haven't had the chance to work on something that I'm passionate about yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what area?
What area? So I would probably, like I said, do like something The Legend of Zelda, and like the outfit.
Okay, for an outfit.
Yeah,
Okay,
for an
I was
outfit.
thinking of your new thing you would like to work on for future.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so new things that I would like to work on for the future. Yeah, definitely like more hosting, more like playing more retro games, clearing out the backlog of things that I'm doing. But yeah, like I love attending events like this and meeting people. And that's how I get lots of new opportunities and stuff like that. So I'd love to see more events come here and be local.
Trying.
Yeah, be local, because there's always fun things to do. I always tell people, if you haven't gone to Dragon Con, you haven't gone to MomoCon, you haven't gone to Southern Fried Gaming Expo, you gotta go.
Well, have you heard about the event we're going to have in March next year?
Which is?
It's going to be a sci-fi expo at North Lake Mall.
No, I have not.
Yeah,
I would love
Challenger Gaming is putting it on. So it'll be gaming and trade show and speakers and booths and Anacon.
Okay.
So it's brand new, first year. It used to be in South DeKalb Mall.
Okay.
But COVID killed it.
Okay.
So he's reopening it, restarting as a brand new big event coming up in March.
That sounds really exciting. I would love it if there was like a hub where somebody could find out about all the events going on in this area, because that would be super useful.
Well, I mean, you can find out what's going on for all the events at discoverdecab.com.
Awesome. I love that.
We should look at a hub to have
sure.
more of this.
Yeah. got to make sure to check that out.
Well, we appreciate you coming by. Anything you want to share to our listeners or our viewers? Yes.
Oh, sure. So if you want to find me anywhere on the internet, my name is Ash Said Hi, and you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Threads, Blue Sky, mostly twitch.tv/Ash Said Hi. That's where you can find me. And yeah, no, I think it's important to attend in-person events like this, connect with people in real life on a human level, and see all the fun things that are around in Georgia. There's so many great events to go to and cool people to meet and cool cosplays to see. So yeah, I would say make sure to go to your local convention because
They almost
really
got
fun.
me in an outfit.
You should have. You should have.
Next year.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Of course.
Pleasure.
Thank
You're our
you.
first one for today.
Woo!
So who are you with?
So I'm actually with the city of Lake City, South Carolina. We were invited by the wonderful Mr. Bob Carter to show up and talk about what we do, what we're about. I run a convention called GHSA-sanctioned, Anime Gaming and Entertainment. It's a 2-day event that we put on our city for our families and our youth, and we pretty much introduce them to the culture of the convention scene. We offer just a little bit of everything. So we do panels, voice actors, voice actresses, eSport tournaments. We have food trucks and so much more. This past year, our second year, we actually ended up giving away over $50,000
Wow.
in scholarships.
So do you do any voices?
No, actually, I actually am a commentator / shoutcaster, and now I'm an esports coach. So,
Oh, wow.
yeah, I used to compete, and that competing went into, as I said, commentating, and that commentating ended up leading me into South Carolina, which then turned into me being an esport coach, which then turned into doing a convention. So Lake City is a high poverty area, so a lot of the students don't get to leave Lake City. They don't even get to venture out. So I actually brought 2 of my students out here, and this is their first time just leaving South Carolina.
So you got 2 students with you?
Dude, one of them is right over yonder there.
You don't have him on the show?
He can come on up.
Get over
for
here.
sure. Take off your bag.
Come on,
take off
come
your
on,
stuff.
come on.
Come on, you got it.
That's
Why
what
not?
this is. It's impromptu.
Oh yeah.
It's very impromptu. You never know what I'm going to do.
Come on. Here, you be in the middle,
So-
right here, and I'll be on the side. So
So tell us about yourself.
Hello, my name is Kingston Singletary. You know, I'm like the second best in the esports club, right behind Torrance the Fraud.
The frog?
The Fraud.
the fraud.
Fraud. He's a liar.
Oh, okay.
You know, and I'm here with Savon Whitehead. He saved my grandma from a fire once. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Wow, a hero too.
He's a hero.
Wow, that's
He
great to
really
hear.
just found me on the streets. You know, he really just helped me and stuff, and he dragged me all the way here. So now I'm just like, why?
Well, tell us, where is Lake City?
Lake City's like all the way down in South Carolina. It's like very small, and like sometimes it's like a lot boring and stuff. But now it's like pretty good now.
So what age, what grade are you in?
Ninth.
9th grade.
Yeah, I'm a freshman in high school now,
Okay.
and now that I'm here, it's kind of like very big. I'm not even gonna lie. Like this whole entire roof is like big as it. I'm not,
So are you have you enjoying it while you're here?
yeah, I'm pretty much yeah.
So you're here all weekend?
Yeah.
So just to piggyback everything, so essentially what my job is in the city is to expose the youth to this type of environment.
Okay.
Esports, of course, is still a little unknown, especially to a lot of parents. The stigma behind it is, it's just playing video games. But
Yeah,
it's not.
that's-
There's way more to it, and so it's my job to educate the parents on both the fundamentals and the long term. So starting the program out, I've had to build it from scratch, from the ground up. I started out in the schools and then have now officially kind of moved it more into a facility. So my program is funded by the government. We don't follow the standard like schools, colleges that they go through. We kind of get away with a lot of things. But the gift within that is I have a lot of freedom to do what it is I want to do. So I take my students, I take them to locals, I take them to tournaments and let them show off their skills against other people. I do camps, both spring breaks and through summer. And essentially I teach them about both the competitive side and the career side of esports. So the whole point of it, as I said before, is just to give them an alternative career path, because at the end of the day, not every child is going to go into the military. Not every child wants to go into the medical field or just do the 9 to 5. This is just an alternative path that they may not have known of, which esports is growing every day, every hour, by the minute.
Right.
So, and AgeCon, as I mentioned before, is kind of the platform for that, for the families and the kids. We really try our best to give Lake City its own representation, its own identity, because yes, it's great to have outside entities come to us, but once they leave, what else is there? So this convention is giving our own representation and branding, so that way we have something to look forward to every year. And so we're out here today to promote and, make some networks, connections, et cetera, et cetera. Brought him here so he can compete against other people
Have
in
you started
tournaments.
competing yet?
Not yet. I'm pretty sure like ain't the tournaments happen like tomorrow?
Something of that sort. We're not entirely sure. Bob's been keeping it a secret from us, so
Oh,
we don't
okay.
exactly know what's going on with that. But this one here has been practicing quite a bit, been helping train him and everything. The tournaments have been going really well for my students. I have them compete against one another, middle schoolers versus the high schoolers. So I'm in 2 different schools, and I have about 24 students. Almost, probably more, but it's a lot of fun. I love my kids. I give them a sense of belonging, because, a lot of time us gamers and us that are into anime and stuff like that, we don't really belong places. So what I do is I give them a sense of belonging, meeting each other, building new friendships, connections, and that's really what esports as a whole is all about, that teamwork, camaraderie, and really learning to work together as a team.
Is it okay you're on the show? I didn't really ask. Who's drug you on here?
Oh, it's pretty okay. It's pretty okay.
I have his permission from his parents to be here. It's okay. No worries.
Yeah, dragged me out that night, just kidnapped me from a window. Definitely did not do that.
We can cut that out. Anyways. But no, it's really great being here. We're having a really great time. Really happy for Bob bringing us out here. Like I said, I started out as a small time just doing YouTube, which then led me to do, like I said, doing commentating, to where now I'm running a program, and I'm very happy, and I only continue to grow from there, and I just want everybody to come out. And so for all of you those watching, AgeCon is July 18th and 19th. Feel free to check us out on our website, ageconsc.com. That's AGECONSC.com. We're also on Instagram and Facebook, AgeCon, Anime Gaming and Entertainment. So yeah, shameless plug-in.
Well, thanks for coming on. We appreciate it, and thank you for coming on.
Yeah, thank you.
Good luck tomorrow, or I guess whenever.
Thank you.
Hey, well, welcome.
Thank you.
So I'm James.
I'm Joe Garland.
Joe Garland. So tell us about yourself.
Well, I'm here mostly from a marketing and branding standpoint. I have found myself in that world, and I keep gravitating back towards it. So I figured might as well make a career out of it. The biggest thing that I love to advocate for is understanding who you are, being your authentic self, and making sure your creativity shines no matter what you're doing.
So what brings you to ShaoCon?
So ShaoCon, definitely with the helping to bring awareness that it doesn't matter what your creativity is, you can find a job even in corporate America. So for example, marketing. If you are an artist and you're looking to just do random sketches, you'd be amazed how many big corporations out there need artists. They need videographers. They need copywriters or people that tell stories. They need people that are doing strategy. They need social media people. They need content creators, because much like us as the individual that are living on social, they are too. Their marketing is far more than the billboards on 85 or the commercials during the Super Bowl.
Right.
So for what Bob had brought me in for was to talk about personal branding, the importance of personal branding, your affiliation, and then making sure that there's an understanding that there is a creative outlet in more than just, like when I grew up, basically you were told if you're going to be an artist, you're going to starve. And nowadays, you're not starving. There's a lot out there for artists.
So are you speaking here?
Mm-hmm. I'm on 3 different panels.
Okay. So do you still have panels to go this weekend?
Yeah, I have one more in about 20 or 30 minutes, I think it is. And then I have one on Sunday.
Well, when we had Bob on our show, he was talking that some of the biggest things that the kids, they really make more on the branding of themselves than they do on, actually, as I call it, this.
Yeah.
I'm still that old school where you're wondering about that. But.
In today's society, we have left behind the idea of, at 6 years old, waking up and saying, I want to be an astronaut.
Right.
now it's who do you want to be in the future, not what do you want to be. It's who do you want to be and who is that person that is going to show up. And that is the foundation of every branding and personal branding out there. Whether you're Amex, whether you're McDonald's, whether you're a person or you're selling a piece of art, there is a story, there is a foundational truth behind it. And that is where you need to grab hold and put that out there, because that's what people are going to connect to. Your drawings may be amazing, but 9 times out of 10, the person that buys that drawing is because there is something in it that resonates in their heart. And it doesn't matter whether it's you as the individual, the product, or the company.
So is this what you do full time?
Yeah, actually, I work for the creative agency within American Express. They have decided, instead of having all the agencies outside, they brought them all inside. And so I work with the creatives in there to do all the brand focus things. So anything that has that little blue box generally comes through my office, as well as the larger campaigns like, Shop Small Saturday, Member Week, so on and so forth. It's my job to make sure that the brand is resonating across everything we do and it's being protected so that we're still telling that main story that they're set up to be or be under, but then also making sure that the creativity is growing with the future. So
I'm assuming you're not based in Atlanta.
I do.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
The internal agency is here in Atlanta. They specifically chose Atlanta because it's such a hub for creativity. We have got some amazing creative people here.
Well,
in
you got some
Atlanta.
amazing schools for that.
Yeah.
Ironically,
our office is right next door to SCAD.
Okay, there you go.
So it's great. And every time we get new hires, I'm seeing this fresh perspective and new views and just, hungry to grab hold of the brand and grab hold of the creativity and run with it. And I am a huge advocate for it because that is what's going to keep these brands or this world relevant. Is the next generation being able to take what we did and make it better.
Oh, very cool. Well, do you have any cool stories for our listeners?
Specifically?
Anything dealing with something we're at, or your favorite design, or favorite, or your worst nightmare? Could have either one.
So going back to the whole premise of our personal brands, our personal stories, I am a huge nerd. I am a giant nerd. Not that you would tell in corporate America, but I am a big nerd. I have the most watched wedding or themed wedding on YouTube because we did a full out Lord of the Rings wedding.
Oh, wow.
I was in a full gown. We had elves, we had orcs, we had everything you could think of, and Gandalf was our officiant. And all of that was brought together because of my nerd friends and being in places like this and meeting and interacting. And Bob was even there. And
no outfit for today.
No, actually, because I'm trying to be the more professional. I'm cosplaying as an adult today.
There you go.
But Bob was at our wedding, and I won't forget it because I was, mingling, doing the new bride thing, and I could hear him laugh. And I was like, "Where's Bob? I hear him." But it's that common thread. And what I love about it is that I can interject my own personal nerdy fun into my everyday life as well as into big corporate America. So
right.
We do Halloween. Obviously, I own the Halloween month, and we do costume contests and everything, and I'm able to kind of edge it in there a little bit. But the takeaway is I'm learning all about branding and strategy, and it's giving me kind of that bird's eye view to be able to do it for other people and myself.
We need to come out for our next event like this in March at North Lake Mall.
Yeah, absolutely.
It'll be a science fiction expo.
Oh, I like that. Okay, yeah.
So it'll be first year for it. It used to be existing pre-COVID, so now it's the first time to come back, and so it's going to be very cool.
That's awesome. I'm glad. I love watching everything that is coming back post-COVID. My favorite thing to do when we started opening back up was to visit all the small businesses and thank them. And thank you for surviving. Thank you for holding in, and thank you for opening your doors because I missed your coffee.
Yes.
Or the breweries and so on and so forth. And to see this resurgence post-COVID of ownership, not just of, hey, I make good coffee, but hey, I'm telling my story about myself, and this is my coffee house.
Okay, this is what we need to know. What's the best coffee in the DeKalb area?
Oh, in DeKalb? Honestly, I am a fan of Corner Cup. It's in Tucker.
Oh yeah, it's a couple years ago won #1 coffee in Metro Atlanta.
And it's darn good.
Now, which one do you like? The one downtown or
I'm
the other?
I'm in Tucker, so
the one
I go
downtown.
Yeah, the one in downtown Tucker. That is my favorite one. I know they have one on La Vista now, don't they? I started at Tucker. They have lots of Lawrenceville. Thank you. They do lots of events there. My daughter and I go there as often as possible. We get our coffees and drinks there, and then we hop over to the comic book store, grab a couple of things,
Right.
and head home. So it's definitely great coffee, but also great atmosphere.
It is. Yeah.
And a supporter of artists, too.
That's true too. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you being on the show.
Yeah,
Thank you very
absolutely.
much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Welcome to ShaoCon. Tell us a bit about yourself. Like, introduce yourselves.
Yes, so my name is Robbie J. Atkinson, and I am the CEO of RPX Media Production. I'm a filmmaker, also a writer, and I'm the writer of this series, The Seventh Kingdom. And I mean, I'm a storyteller in just every regard.
My name is Allie, and I am one of the illustrators on The Seventh Kingdom. I'm also part of Tagline 9, a studio that me and some other people have founded. And yeah, that's pretty much that about me.
Well, tell us about the Seventh Kingdom. You brought something here.
Yes, so this is the custom packaging for, I mean, The Seventh Kingdom really, it's a sci-fi fantasy action adventure series. We have a sheltered young woman who embarks on a dangerous journey of revenge against the Seven Kingdom because they destroyed her village, and she collides with really dark revelations along the way about her family history and things that were kept from her as she's going on this journey of revenge, because she learns that the attack was not so unprovoked. And it's a series that if you liked Akira, if you liked Outlaw Star, if you liked Cowboy Bebop, that space era of anime, then you're going to really like this series because it's got a bit of cyberpunk and solarpunk in it as well. And this box is actually, this actually features the three main characters of Chapter 1. This is the main character, Claire Belkeda. This is her father, whose combat alias is the Seer, and this is the Tea Master. And this box is what people get when they order our manga, print copies of the manga, in addition to extra merch, and it'll all be shipped to them with the manga and everything else that they asked for. So
you actually created this.
yes, yes sir, yes sir.
So, I mean, are you here in DeKalb or did you come in for the show?
I came in for the show. I'm actually all the way in Temple. I'm closer to Alabama than Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So where is this available? Everywhere? Or?
You can find it on Barnes. You can find just the book on Barnes and Noble, Rakuten Kobo, Apple Books. We're working on getting it in Walmart as well. But in terms of the print copy, you can actually order it from our TikTok shop if you want just that. But if you want this, you have to order during the pre-order windows, which today for the next 72 hours, this will be available to be purchased. Then it closes again. It won't open again until December, around Christmas.
So what brought you to ShaoCon?
I was invited by Bob Carter, wonderful voice actor. He knew me from when I was a radio station DJ at Album 88.5, and we lost touch. And when I started my business again, I went out to the animation conference at Kennesaw, and I saw him again. So he invited me, and I'm going to be a panelist here on Saturday. So
Oh, wonderful.
here's welcome to
So
the
what got you into doing this, anime and manga?
I believe I wanted to challenge myself as a storyteller. I wanted to branch out. With filmmaking, that's one aspect of storytelling that involves a crew. It can be very technical. It can be very tactile with the actors and actresses. I wanted to see another method of storytelling that was fun, that still delves into a passion for me, because I love anime. I've loved manga since childhood.
So you want to talk about anything in the manga?
I mean, I can. Honestly, there are a number of themes. Revenge is the more obvious theme. That's what attracts the masses, right? But there's the theme of, I guess, going against the grain of society. And when I say society, I mean a world where dysfunction is tolerated and it's something that's kind of shirked off and accepted. And you have a character who sees this and challenges people against that apathy, says, you don't have to accept this, this can change. And you see that it's a mental battle for a lot of people, and sometimes she even makes enemies because of the mental battle that she incites. But I mean, this is a series that I think has many themes of like coming of age. It's got revenge. Like I said, it's got underground aesthetics. It's got action. Just because she's female doesn't mean she can't fight. Doesn't mean she won't have to fight, really hard and defend herself.
So how many different are there? How many different number in the series?
Oh, so this is actually the first chapter that we're pushing out. I have written up to 19 so far, 18. Working on
Okay.
19.
So number 2 will be coming out soon?
Hopefully soon. We're working on
Yeah.
it. We're working on it. We have 60 pre-orders so far just for chapter 1, so we're working on it.
Very cool.
Thank you.
Well, thanks for stopping in.
Thanks
We
for having
appreciate
me.
it.
Thank you.
So I've felt comfortable ever since. It's been really good seeing the synergy between like that space and this space, kind of like crossing. It's been really, really wonderful. How's your all's day been so far?
Been good. We've had several really, really good interviews here today.
Nice. That's
So,
on
but
point.
what this is, we have a podcast show.
Yeah.
And then it's aired on 7 different podcast channels, and we have decabtalkstourism.com and YouTube and our website, and then it's broken up into all of our different, what do you call it, social media platforms.
Nice. Very organized. Some logistics.
That's these two.
Ah.
I just show up where I'm told.
That's
That's
the best
my
way to
part.
be. Yeah. That's awesome. What do you guys do predominantly in terms of everything? Just highlighting events that are going on in DeKalb in general?
Well, we are the marketing arm, the sales arm for different aspects of DeKalb County and the different cities. So we do everything from motor coach to conventions to sporting events to now we're getting into eSports gaming.
Yeah.
So, and then we have family reunions, and then we have the website for all the events going on in the communities.
Sheesh.
And we started this podcast around May of last year.
Oh, somewhere in my
guess.
birthday season. I like that. That's pretty good then. I'm right in place, right time.
When's your birthday?
May 2nd.
May 16th.
Ah,
Taurus?
very much so.
Yeah.
Favorite food?
Spaghetti.
That's solid. I was going to go with lasagna.
Nah, that's close enough.
Yeah.
Yours is lasagna?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Ready to start.
Fantastic.
Hi, welcome to the show, and tell us who you are and a little bit about you.
Awesome. My name is Mark, or Mayday. Life is Choice.
Mayday.
So, yeah, that's the artist name. So Mayday Glow, if you don't know. I'm an artist from Durham, North Carolina. I'm down here participating in ShaoCon and also kind of getting a good feel for the area. And I was wonderful enough to run into you all. So it's been
That's very cool. So you came from Durham down here. That's nice. We appreciate
Yes.
that.
Nice, solid 6.5 hour drive.
Yeah.
You know you're in Atlanta when you see the red lights from the traffic.
True. True. So what's your main thing for art?
I'd say music. I always joke with people and say I play the accordion. This is pretty much the majority of what I have. I also do a bit of production, creative directing for like videos, things of that nature. Hip hop, I'd say, would be like the main artistic medium. Although I draw from like everything. I was listening to like soul music pretty much like the majority of today, and then like switched over into whatever my set was gonna be. So really a huge music fan.
So would we know you on anything?
Yes, you can find me under Mayday Glow, GLO, no W. I just released a project called Day of Moon and Sun. So that has a lot of different incorporations. Actually, I have a big amount of anime and game references in this particular project.
Okay.
So I was really looking forward to doing some of those here, and it's been getting really good reception so far. It's even gotten some spins in India, so that's like my
Wow.
most recent, very interesting thing. So shout out to Bangalore. Thank you all.
So how'd you get the name Mayday?
Oh, well, I think we had a brief touch just a second ago. So my birthday is in May.
Well, that makes sense.
May Day, of course, is a phrase often utilized when people are in need of saving.
Right. That's what I was
utilized as a
thinking on May
SOS.
birthday.
Yes, and so that kind of combination, and then also the name is spelled capital M, and then you get an AY, then capital DAY put together. And so May and Day separately represent the moon and the sun separately. So the nature of creation being in duality, needing duality in order to create. So it's kind of when you
Nice.
get the two, you make the glow. So
Now, does your songs or art have anything that ties this together?
yes. So a lot of the tape itself has thematics within each song that sort of depicts either song as a sun song or a moon song, sort of something along the lines of being maybe more reflective, more of a relaxed nature to it, something with a more deeper message, to more of like a sun song, maybe something more uplifting, kind of more upbeat, something sort of to kind of get you going. Still always really looking to have a message of something kind in there, usually something to help brighten people's days, give you a reflective standpoint, or share something that I've experienced personally. So, yeah.
You ever do like off the cuff a cappella like right now?
Oh, yeah. Like, you mean like resonate with love, prerequisite of the recipe, sprinkle rays of sunshine, redefine flavorings, order up, plates quake from the earth will bring, all flourishing the future seeds, wash away doubts, sipping from solar springs, negate polar schemes, never could be cold as we, glow grip stones then, flow 316s, decode through trinities, reload the remedies, we know you been in these, so they soul lit the stove and God gave the kindling, hope I'm cooking up images of ignorance till you soar past the Icarus. Light scorch the haters might horse any hindrance. The right force left me limitless, with more in store than the outstretched hands of Morpheus.
Wow, that was good.
Thank you.
I was sitting there thinking you should be with Hamilton too.
Oh man, someone told me I should watch it. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, when you were doing that, it makes me think of Hamilton. Wow. If you would just speed it up some,
Yeah?
because they're really fast how they do their singing or talking.
That's pretty cool. I'm a
But
huge
you did
fan
make me think of Hamilton.
leadership. That's really awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Well,
that.
thank you for that. We
Most
appreciate
definitely.
that. I'm glad you came by and helped us take a picture, and then you get to be on our show.
Oh, yay! Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Y'all are awesome.
Oh, do you want to leave how people can find you?
Sure. MAYDAYGLO. You can find me on all platforms. Spotify is Mayday Glow on everything as well. You might find another Mayday page, and that's the secret page. So enjoy yourselves, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. That's great.
Y'all are awesome.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.